Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Bleach! Yeah, I'm doing Bleach right now. Uploaded later today. Because manga stream came out with the Bleach chapter. So we're gonna do this one. This one was pretty damn good. This is pretty good. The way I look at the chapters this week, I kind of want to put Bleach a little bit over One Piece. A little bit. Only because One Piece was okay. It wasn't as great as last week's, but I came through. Bleach came through. But yeah, this one was called Villain 2. The Villain 2. Renji. Oh my god. Look at it. He was like, Renji's sort of masculine. And we have Rukia. Oh my Rukia. She looked like she was ready to ski some slopes. I'd be dying. But yeah, she's ready to ski some slopes. She said she was going to tend to. He said Renji's basically telling her to tend to the captains, not to bed in. I can handle some of this talent on my own. And Rukia is basically saying that you're present. He won't present much of a challenge the way you are now. He's all yours, which means what I believe that meant when she said that. Renji went through this some kind of training or regiment in the Soul Palace that totally, completely transformed. Totally different from once. Oh, by the way, this was the same guy that kind of attacked Renji during when Baki Byakuya was fighting Gosnod. Same guy was Masculine. So, kind of retribution. The rest of the chapter, we pretty much then he's best to say, I'm expecting attack team from you two cowardly people tried against me. The captain did it against him, and he's like, I'll take that as a compliment. He says, so try not to kick you personally when this coward kicks your ass. This is 562, the Villain 2, and he says he can't hear anything. He's like, hey, James. And I'm like, wait. Did you just say James? So James is dead. Guess what? James is not dead. I'm like, huh? James is dead. He's like, hey, James. And sure enough, I'm like, no. James is still alive. And Reggie's like, you're still alive? What can I assist you with, Master? He says, let me your support, James, and stuff. And he's like, I will convert my strength. Like, of course I can do that. We're a fan that's like, I'm like, he's jumping up in the air. He's got no legs. All he has is a freaking torso. Or abdomen. Just here, up. No legs. No. Are you freaking kidding me? He's alive. I'd be dying. It was too much. And basically he said, you can do it. You do your best, superstar. And it recuperates his eardrums with former glory. And he's basically Renji, after hearing what he says, which is about some rhetoric, Master Wrestling tells him, he's like, for some reason this makes me want to hurl. Renji says. That was hilarious. And basically, he goes in for a headbutt, masculine, and it does absolutely nothing. Star Rocket headbutt. Renji blocks it with his hand. No, he basically just comes in with a slash of his sword. He just pounces fucking masculine to the ground. And he's like, I see, you avoided my blow. And when you made one final mistake, you made me very, very angry. And he starts going on this tirade, masculine. This star in his fist, or with the star on my fist, like the largest star on top of my head becomes the mask I dignify as my duty as a superstar to crush and demolish all evil, killer fist. And how did it taste, villain? It just goes on this dialogue tirade on Renji. It's just dialogue galore, which how he's just dying over it was just so goddamn funny when he's telling him. Oh, it was so too much. And basically saying I'll decorate this entire scene with your brain, such as the price you must defy righteousness. And he just stops his fist and he says, really? He just says, perhaps this killer fist of yours isn't comparable, capable of killing a god of death. And he's like, how dare you fail and mock the righteousness below of a hero? And then which would manga stream translation, which was pretty funny. He says murder like several times over. When I'm hearing him say this, I'm thinking, murder, 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 murder. I'm thinking JoJo. Because he's saying murder, 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 murder. He's like, murder, 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 murder. I had to do a JoJo reference there. It was definitely needed. Definitely needed. But yeah, he does that. Does absolutely nothing. He's like, and he looks behind him, masculine. He's like, please forgive me. It's James. And James gets fucking cut to shit. I'm like, yes, Renji. You did a service for me. Renji, you did a service. Where's Renji? Where's Renji? Oh, he's right there. He did a service for me. He finally killed James. Yes, I went there. That was just beautiful, man. This is the best. That was the best. That was the best. So yeah, he kills James pretty much finally. And he's like, how did you receive those wounds? And he's like, oh, while you were rambling about murder and throwing your killer fist everywhere, I turned my attention to him. He used to say, I don't think you'll recover from your wounds anytime soon. You're nothing but a dastardly coward. You know, all people should know that at the end of the day, all us villains are nothing but cowards. More than cowards. And then after that, swipe. And it says cutting down justice down to size. And that's the end of the chapter. Oh my god. You know, this chapter was very good. And that's pretty much what happened. This chapter was very good, I have to say. Really digged it. Because you had the whole thing with the dialogue. That had me dying. Just dying. It was really good. I was really digging it. I really want to give this a 4.5. You guys, I really do. Because it was really digging the dialogue and just the insanity. It was so fucking epic. And it's really you don't get a lot. Well, we get in Bleach here and there. But not like this. This was some good dialogue going on. I was digging it. Richie. It was so much. It was so much. I just could not stand it. It was just so good shit going down. And yeah, you know, 4.5 out of 5. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. One Piece will probably I'm gonna get when it comes out 4 out of 5. Really digged it. I really did. Almost great. Well, let's say 4. Yeah, I'll give Bleach a 4. I want to give it a 4.5, that extra, but it's so much that dialogue can get. And this, like I said, this was due because Master Masculine was the guy who attacked Renji when Byakuya was fighting Asnot. That took him out. So this is sort of like coming back to finish the job for Renji. You know. And I'm thinking Master Masculine is finished, but we'll have to wait and see. And the thing about this chapter that I was also really liked about it, really thought was just wow, was what Rukia said. So I'm going to say right now, the training that they received, well, the training that Renji received in the Soul Palace must have been really, really crazy because of how he is now, and how much of a challenge of how you are now. So, and here's another thing to think about. Now, we all know that Ichigo and Zaraki and Aizen are the war potentials. Now, I'm not going to say that Renji, Rukia, and Byakuya and the others, but it's something to think about those war potentials. Because it seems like anyone who trains in the Soul Palace gets really OP. I mean, really think about it. How powerful did Renji get? And it is true to some extent, because I noticed that, and I want to just bring this one thing up for this review. Killer Shocker was bringing this up. Like, why didn't they bring anyone else into the Soul Palace? Why was it only those people? Something to think about. But this was a good chapter, people. A lot of dialogue, a lot of awesome shit going down. Renji, that was classic. That was awesome shit. Rick really enjoyed it. I was talking to him and Rick before. He was, Renji. Renji was pretty boss. I was digging it. So with this, most likely, Stay Masculine is pretty much. But we have to wait and see on that. I think you can honestly say yeah, but have to wait and see. Hasn't been fully suggested yet. So yeah, that's the story, people. Bankai 922. Oh man, Reggie, man. That was awesome dialogue. Yeah, I'm the villain. It's nothing personal, but this coward is gonna kick your ass. That was awesome. And as far as next week's concerned for Bleach, we might get something else now, because it seems like we're gonna go past from this now. The whole visor thing, is probably their mask. They can't use their masks anymore. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Should be interesting. Probably go back to Babina. Go back to her and see what's going on with her and her girlfriends. I'm gonna do something to her, so we'll have to wait and see on that. I'm Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. One Piece will probably be later today, and the other two. What is it, like 2 episodes? Yeah, 2 episode reviews I gotta do Kanata and Coupelion and 12 Days of Anime. So yeah, look forward to that. Bankai 922. See you guys later. Renji, man. Renji for the motherfucking win. Great dialogue. I'll see you guys later. Peace.